Hafide, everybody. KUAM is the place to be if wonderful people from our island, for whatever reason, leave and they go to the mainland, go elsewhere in the world and doing amazing things. And back on Guam soil, where she belongs for at least a week because she's doing very wonderful work with the federal government, Athena McNinch.
Thank you for having me.
All right, everybody knows Athena because she competed in beauty pageants. She's a wonderful ambassador for our island. She did work with like tourism. Such a wonderful spirit to have, representing our people.
Thank you.
And now you're actually taking that same approach, Athena, to work in the federal government, and you're doing very, very important work at labor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a transition, like coming from Guam and then just going to the States and doing my own thing. It's different, but always keeping home in the back of my mind as well is something that's always been there.
And you're home based right now in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Yes.
So you know what they say, like the coldest winter I ever spent is the summer I spent in San Francisco.
I mean, you're not wrong there for sure.
How does an island girl go from like our humidity, our, laid back vibe, our beach, and the beaches there are like nice too, but they're just way colder.
Oh yeah, definitely. I actually was in San Diego and then I moved up to San Francisco. So I feel like I'm exploring different cities within California.
Very nice.
And just, adapting to each city. But so far I've been really loving San Francisco. It's been growing on me.
Okay, and we worked with you for years. We've always been impressed with your drive, with your ambition, and with your work ethic.
Thank you.
But what made you choose labor? Or do you believe that like the career chose you, or was it an opportunity that you saw that you could contribute?
I remember I was living in San Diego at the time. I was trying to think about, other opportunities that were available. So I was just applying at different jobs. And I remember seeing this agency, EBSA, the Employee Benefits Security Administration, pop up, and I read the description. I thought, I think this would be a great fit. And so I applied. I got the interview, and then I remember doing the interview on a Friday, and then on a Monday I got that email saying, congratulations, we want you. And I remember being so excited, and I was like, okay, I'm moving up right now.
Well, I don't know if I was on your LinkedIn profile as a reference, but I can vouch for you that you're a wonderful interview.
Aw, thank you. Yeah, no, I remember when that all happened, it was just crazy. But it all worked out, and I love my office. I love my team. I have a great supervisor, a great regional director. Definitely just great. I'm surrounded by great people.
And I remember the last time, I believe when we had you here, we'll try and pop up a picture of that, but when we had you here, following your beauty pageant run, with the big crown, the sash and everything, which was a fantastic picture. I remember that. But you always said, you've always believed that you fight for the little guy, and like you represent the people, and you want to help people. That's at your core. That's kind of falls in line with what you're doing now. Yeah,
it does. It's definitely interesting to see, me as a person, and then what I do for a living. And so I'm constantly talking to people who are in need and who need help. And they call us with issues like, for example, if they're noticing like $500 missing from their pay stub that was taken out to be put into their 401k, and they're like, this, we're having this issue, and so I'll take a look at their documents and I'll get in contact with the employer and go from there. But it's definitely a good feeling, helping others, especially those that feel like they don't have a voice, and being there for them. And so it's always just whenever I get, something out of that, or I figure out what's going on, it's definitely just an amazing feeling.
Now, in the year that you've been doing this kind of work, do the majority of cases that you see, like, say for like discrepancies with like pay or, like earned benefits not being transferred, is that the result of ignorance on the part of the employer, or just, like it was one of those like organizational slip-ups, or is there like some nefarious activity going on and it's shady and then you guys got to look deeper?
It just really depends. There are so many employers out there. So I've seen different types of, cases, files. Even with my coworkers, we'll talk and we'll be like, I'm having this file right now. This is what's going on with this employer. They're being shady in a way. And some employers, they'll work with you and it's like, oh, this is a mistake, and we apologize, or they didn't put the plan participants in the loop. And so it just really depends. And I also see the same issue because we deal with COBRA, continuation of coverage through the employer with health benefits,
which is really, really confusing and complex.
Yeah, definitely. We get calls assuming we are COBRA, but we actually administrate the laws regarding COBRA, and we watch over the employer. Majority of the health plans we deal with, and so they'll call us and let us know, hey, it's been a couple of months, I still haven't received my COBRA election notice. I need to go to the doctor, I have treatments I have to do. So we'll get in contact with the employer, and majority of the time they didn't receive it, or they received it from the last known address, and so it was a sent out. So we were able to figure that all out with that individual, and so it's also a good feeling to help them get like their benefits reinstated. Like let's say with COBRA too, they pay their premiums, it's still not active, and so we're here to help them, you know, get in contact with the employer, figuring things out. But again, it's a great feeling to really help people.
And from a journalistic standpoint, and you know, like you did really good work for us, you know, going out and reporting. It tugs at your heartstrings because these are benefits that people have earned, you know, with their hard work and their sweat, and very often, you know, like you know, putting their heart and soul into their work. So it's nice to know that they have, you know, there is an agency and people like you who, you know, they have their back.
Yeah,
they have our back. It's you have my back.
Yeah. So like if you notice something and you're like, okay, well, this is weird. I remember it not being, you know, this or that, and you need, you know, an extra set of eyes, you can always give us, you know, a call. I actually have a number. I've memorized our number. It's 866-444-3272, and that is our number. You can give us a call, and a benefit advisor can definitely assist.
Okay, and now that we've got everybody up to speed on what you're doing out there, you're not exactly here just to, you know, come hang out at the beach and everything like that. This is a business trip, and you're here to work too.
I'm here to work. It's definitely a transit. I've never really come back home to work, and so it's interesting just to see myself just at the coffee shop or at home just working.
We got a new mall, by the way.
I went there. Is it Donkey Village?
Village of Donkey.
Village of Donkey.
It's awesome.
I loved it. I loved going there in the morning. I went there with my mom for Mother's Day. She didn't want to go to brunch, and
I did the same thing.
Really?
Nice.
So we went to Donkey, shopped around, and then went to the food court. And it's definitely an experience for sure. It's different. There's a lot of like Japanese snacks and Japanese like different foods there as well.
It is quite fantastic. So I'm sorry, I totally derailed that and everything. But you're back here continuing that work that you do here for the local community and local organizations.
Yes, because I was actually in our system and I was wondering like how many people from Guam contact us. And so I was in our system and I realized there's like probably less than 200. And so I thought I was like, okay, we could definitely get the numbers up. You know, I'm pretty sure there are people, you know, on the island, locals that need help, right? And they don't know where to go, who to contact. And so we're always here. And so I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that my agency sent me to spread the word, get EBSA out there for those that need, you know, the help.
And we're very, very happy to have you back home. Like I said, at least for a week, but hopefully more in the future, because a friendly face and someone that gets our community and our culture is really looking out for us. So can you give the people that number once again if people have any questions?
Oh yeah, of course. So that is 866-444-3272.
Okay, I know you got a bunch of stuff to do for work. You know, you're working for Uncle Sam now, but also I know you're an island girl at heart, and I know you love Kelaguen. So, like, have you actually indulged since you've been back?
Honestly, I have not. I've just been at different coffee shops. I've been telling my mom I really want to go, you know, to like Mezcla. I know Simply Food, they have that vegetarian special on, like, I think it's called Chamorro Mondays. So I'll get, you know, the Kelaguen there and get my fix with red rice. At Simply Food.
Well, tell you what, everybody, Department of Labor is well represented by one of our own, and we got some labor to do because we got to go find some Kelaguen.
I know. We should do that as soon as possible.
Okay, right now. Okay, so that's Athena McNinch, everybody, back on Guam soil where she belongs.
Thank you.